that we move on to the portion of the show that I'm really excited about.
Our incredible next guest.
Yes, our first guest of the show. He is my dear friend, and I love working with him. He's a genius actor.
Super cool.
He's so much more, I think, than what even everybody knows about him. I'm so excited he's here. He's going to be chatting with us about lots of things. There is my gorgeous, gorgeous dear friend. Ladies and gentlemen, give us a big round of applause. Comment, like, share. It's Frankie Grande, everybody.
I love that intro. Hi guys. I just wanted to show this off. I'm not actually like quarantining or anything. I just wanted to show off my pretty sparkly mask.
That thing is awesome.
It's like custom made. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's Michael Ngo. I don't know. My sister gave it to me, and I'm obsessed with it. So that's my whole story. That's my whole story. Hi. It always sparkles. There always has to be a sparkly digital background. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the cute. You know, it makes me happy. I feel like I missed the PJ memo. I missed it. I'm a terrible person.
No.
Listen, I've seen your PJs before, and you always like your PJs are chic. So like,
we're gonna give you PJs. Hold on. Wait, give me a second. Hold on.
Oh, something's happening.
Oh, are we getting lucky?
Whoa! There goes our G-rating!
Now I'm in my PJs.
Shit.
Hold on, I have to plug you guys back in now. Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm glad because
audio.
we need to show off your beautiful body art as well because we had to cover it up and shimmer it up for Rock of Ages. So I'm glad she's out.
Yes.
All my tats, they're out for the world to see.
Star. I love the star rainbow on this side. That's my favorite.
Oh, this one? Yeah, me too. Rainbow bright.
Rainbow bright!
Ever. Yes.
Boom!
Yeah. Starlight, my favorite magical horse of all time.
Hashtag shine bright like a Frankie. I had
Hashtag.
when I was little. I had the. Did you? I bet you had this too. The plush horsey with the yarn tail.
Yep, I did. Starlight.
Starlight, and I tried to comb the yarn, but like it would fray, so I'd be like, but it like I tried. We tried to be fabulous, and
Oh God, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you, my friend.
so much, baby. How have you been? I know it's been crazy, and I know you're worried about Nana and Mama.
Yeah.
I mean, family is there and safe. How are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, the beautiful thing is that like we get to actually connect on FaceTime every single day, which is really nice. And they're being really, really safe where my grandmother's living, which is wonderful. So she's been able to like see her friends. In the beginning, like when it was like totally locked down, it was like she was really lonely. You know, it was a lonely time. And now that they've, you know, kind of lifted, like they're being smart, they're super smart, like they sit on opposite sides of the pool, they sit on opposite sides of the table, they like all wear masks, but they can interact again. So like she's having a much better time now. But it's not 100% free. Like she's still being really cautious. Like everyone's taking this extremely, extremely seriously. So it's nice though that, you know, because I can't be there. I want to get on a plane so bad. That's the only thing I want to do is go fly to her right now and like give her the biggest hug.
Nana lives in Florida. She's a little far away, and so Frankie is like the best grandson ever. He goes and visits her all the time, and he takes care of her, and she's a dream. She's fabulous in her like caftans, and she's like the cutest grandma ever. And, like, but you can't do that right now. But I know that's. Can you imagine if we were doing this without FaceTime?
No, I can't imagine. Like, I can't imagine anything before FaceTime. But no, like if literally like if I was a kid and this was happening, we didn't have like what did we have, like dial-up internet? We would be on like AOL AIM or like on like a real hard landline. And this is such a nice way to like be able to like see people's faces, and like we're so fortunate that it's happening during this time where like we can Zoom and where we can connect around the globe. I've spoken to more people in my life that I don't remember during this quarantine than I ever have in the past 15 years. All of a sudden we're having high school reunions on Zoom, and I'm like, hi, how are you? Or like,
it's like a secret gift where you're like, I can't believe I didn't reconnect with you before this.
Like,
I think a lot of us, all, especially like artists and performers, so we're used to like trying at least to be those like rays of light and hope for everybody. And so finding new ways to do that, and it's like causing us to reconnect with people and like extend hope in such like new and exciting ways. I think we're all just really trying to find the silver lining in all of this, you know?
Yeah, and I think in the ways we're speaking about, like we kind of have. We kind of have. And also, I think it's also like forced a lot of people to dig down, understand who they are as a person. They're like, okay, cool. I don't have the distractions of my daily life of like going and getting in the car and driving to nonsense and then doing nonsense and then getting back in the car and then getting nonsense. So you have to actually like dig deep in these times. And I think people are kind of starting to realize where they need to do work. And some people are starting to do the work. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, for me, I think it's cool because it's made me fall in love with creativity again in so many ways.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I mean, I have a bathroom talent show series on my Instagram, which is so dumb, but it's like so it makes me so happy and like it makes other people happy. I forgot.
Yet it's hashtag bathroom talent show. It's on Frankie's Instagram. He's on there. I'm sure you guys already follow him, but he's at Frankie Grande, Frankie J Grande.
J Grande, yeah.
And he does bathroom talent show, and it's wonderful. And we've been doing things like that as well, where we're like writing all these parody lyrics. And Frankie, like learning to write sketch comedy, which I know you've done before as well, where it's like 5 hours to write a 5-minute skit. Yeah. Like, but it's been so fun to just get creative and like learn to do stuff again.
Because we've been forced.
Fun.
We were forced to do it, but we realized how much we loved it. Like, this is why we started doing stuff in the first place when we were in middle school or high school or kids, and we wanted to do this and then never stopped loving it.
Yeah.
So
besides Bathroom Talent Show, I know you're doing that, which is fabulous. Everybody go check it out. You've also done a couple other really fun and exciting things. Can we talk about husband number 2 really quick?
Yes, of course we can. Oh my God, Andrew Lippa. Like, what is this crazy Tiger King the musical parody? Like, what's going on?
So I'm obsessed with Andrew Lippa Wild Party. You know, we wanted to do that. I still have dreams of us like recording that stuff because that music is.
We can.
Yeah. We're going.
I have Andrew's cell phone number. I'm just gonna text him. Be like, great. I want to record Wild Party.
Yeah,
great.
Queenie was a blonde and she's my friend, so we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell us about husband number 2. Everybody needs to go check it out. It's a parody on YouTube that Andrew Lippa wrote. And tell us, Frankie, a little bit about that.
Yeah, so basically, I saw Kristen Chenoweth was doing little pieces from Tiger King the musical parody, and then when she did that, I just immediately did the lip sync in my part of my bathroom talent show, and it was Becoming Carol Baskin. Kristen sent that video to Andrew Lippa. Andrew Lippa called me immediately and he said, I need you to be in the musical. Who do you want to play? And I said, I want to play all of the husbands. And he was like, okay, great. I was like, I want to play all of them. And he was like, that's correct. As you said, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, some of my favorite parts of the video, because I know you so well and I love you so much. Like, I can tell when you're like dancing and you're like about to start laughing, but you're like doing it.
I was laughing the whole time I shot that. Like,
I know, it's like everybody, when you watch it, if you haven't seen it already, like you'll just know, like he is cackling between takes, I assure you, because like that's the kind of person he is. He's the most fun to work with. Everybody go watch husband number 2, like it, share it. It's hysterical and genius.
Thank you, sweetheart. My really like best friend from a million years edited it, and he was like, I am having the most joy reading your facial expressions because I know you so well. He was like, and I just like loved watching all the B-roll of you just being so stupid. And I was like, I know. It was so much fun. I love being a goofball.
Yep.
I like, nothing makes me happier.
Yep.
I'm putting on a robe.
Such a brilliant bronze. Ooh, yes, Caftan. Give me a little polka dot robe.
Yeah, I'm giving you. Oh, it's gonna magically appear. There we go. Ah, magic. Sure.
Look at you.
Yeah, I've got my PJs on. For real.
All you need is like a really long cigarette, like Cruella de Vil hat.
Or like what are those called? A cravat. Like what? Like Hugh Hefner.
Yes, a cravat. That's so funny because Hale wore this in a video and he wanted that thing on, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "A cravat." And he was like, "How do you make a cravat?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm sure YouTube does."
That's a nice word to say, cravat.
I know, it feels sexy when you say it, right? So Frankie, speaking
there
of that, you being a goofball, that's right. That feels
nailed
right.
it.
Nailed it. Hashtag nailed it. So speaking of being a goofball, you played Franz in Rock of Ages with me, and you were the most fun and the biggest goofball, and that was such a joy. And everyone who's watching, we want to do a quick little, not to bring it down, but just a quick prayer. If everybody knows, our friend Nick has been struggling with COVID for well over a month now, and we're still trying to get him to wake up fully. Frankie, if you want to say any words to Nick or Amanda, let's encourage everybody to keep praying, right?
Yeah, and I think Amanda has just been the pillar of strength during this time, and like exactly the example that this community needs for anyone who's going through a sickness or an illness, like not only due to COVID, but due to anything. I mean, her strength in the face of this has been so unbelievably inspiring. And, you know, it makes sense that Nick married Amanda because Nick is one of the greatest people I've ever met, I've ever worked with. His generosity, his kindness, his strength. I mean, oh God, just getting to be on stage with him every night was such an unbelievable joy. So it
Yeah.
makes sense that he happened to marry an angel.
Yeah,
And that
is
angel is watching over
yeah.
him so beautifully. And
So
yeah, everyone send your prayers and your thoughts and your love. And what I've been telling everybody is like try to make somebody smile today. Like there's a lot of lonely people on the planet. There's a lot of people that are going through a very, very difficult time right now. So if you're going through one, I send my love and smiles to you, but you can't wallow in your own sadness. You have to go make somebody else happy. So if you're
yeah.
miserable right now, then get your ass out of bed, walk
Mhm.
over to your phone, FaceTime somebody and make them smile, and you're going to feel better if you do
Yeah.
that. You got to
Because
pay it forward, you guys. You have to.
pay it forward because it's not about you. It's about, you
Right.
know, when you're so inwardly focused. Of course, that's going to feel dark and alone. But when you put that energy outward
Right.
and it's positivity and it's
Mm.
gratitude, I mean, I'm just so blown away by Amanda's strength of her message of positivity. Last night she posted something. We're not praying why. We're not going, why is this happening to me? We're going, thank you. Your will be done. Use this how you're going to use it.
Yes.
Positivity, light, and that light is infectious. It is for Nick, it is for Amanda, and I like you said, I think it's a brilliant example of how we all can be carrying on through varying levels of toughness in
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
tough. So
Yeah.
like, don't whine about it being tough because we know, like whatever we know, it's like
Yeah.
what you're gonna do now that we all know it's tough. How are you
Yep.
gonna react? How are you gonna
Yep.
respond? Go do that.
That's exactly right. So so we're talking about the future of live entertainment. We've kind of had this conversation
Yes.
on our show and what that's going to mean for all of us. I mean, Dan is one of the most brilliant guitarists I've ever worked with in my life. He writes original music, and that's how we met. Is we were playing in a band together. He's my guitarist, and he and Alex have known each other a long time. And you know, we're all involved in the live entertainment world. Frankie, you do fashion shows, you perform, you host events, you do live stuff all the time, and thank God we have this to like rely on in this time. But as far as going forward goes, what are your thoughts? Like, how do you think this is going to change the face of live entertainment?
Well, we're going to see a lot of streaming shows streamed.
Mhm.
And it's going to be a challenge, I think, for the studios to shoot them in a way that doesn't put anyone in danger. But it's going to happen. Like we're going to see live concerts. We're going to see like digital concerts streamed out to the world, where there's no audience, but you feel like there's an audience. I mean, there's a lot that can be done right now, technology wise. And I think people are just like running now to do it. Like they're like, okay, cool. Like, you know, Broadway on Demand is like doing a thing. Like I'm doing a show on Broadway on Demand. It's real, it's cute, it's dream roll. I shoot it right in my home in front of my green screen, and it looks like it's in a studio because, you know, we can basically do that stuff from home now. In terms of
Yeah.
live theater though, like we're gonna be a good year away where no one is going to be gathering in over the hundreds until the vaccine is in your arm. That's it. So we've got a year like of this before we can get back on stage. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
So what
exactly.
would you recommend if people there are young live performers who maybe haven't worked out the whole web thing? If there's any advice you could give to our viewers that are live performers that do love theater, like what should they really like jump on
Learn.
now? Yeah, what can they do to get on it?
Be creative. Like definitely, I love the like idea of learning. You know, like focus on your craft, but also like you know, you guys, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. These tools are available to every single person. That's how I became famous. Was on YouTube. It wasn't Big Brother. Before Big Brother, I had a famous YouTube channel, and that was because I just worked. I was shooting and editing and posting 2 videos a week for over 2 years. It was exhausting, and it was probably the most emotionally draining chapter of my life. Like I was a husk of a human, but I did it. And you know, it something, one video had 1 million views in about like 2 hours, and then that was it. But it took that one video, and it wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
It was not the first video. So be
I'm gonna
consistent,
wrap up.
post on socials.
Speaking of hard work, can we talk about your original music? And
Yes, you can.
okay, your single, I Got Me, was put out in 2019. You released it, and we were doing Rock of Ages. And I just really quickly, if you guys haven't heard it, These are some of my favorite lyrics from his song. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I got the women in my life, 3 generations of fierce brothers and sisters will stand by me if my armor gets pierced. I own my pride and my purpose, a leather jacket and some heels. If inner strength is a drug, well, honey, I'm your dealer.
Yeah.
And that is absolutely true of you. Like I will tell you firsthand, if inner strength is a drug, honey, I am your dealer. And you
Aw.
always give that message to everybody. It's truly shine bright like a Frankie, because you do shine, my love. I mean, what inspired you to write that song?
Well, Jeremy Schoenfeld and I sat down in a cafe, and he was like, "This is what I'm thinking for your song." We'd already worked on Queen together, and then he was like, "This is what I'm thinking." And then I sat down and I kind of like spilled my whole life to him, and he was like, "Cool, I'm gonna take these notes. I'm gonna go away, and I'll be back with a song for you in a teeny bit." And literally, he did, and it's me. It's me.
Yep.
And it's such an amazing song, and I love it. And he gets my vibe. And we worked with like the people who recorded David Bowie's last album at Avalon Studios in New York City, in the studio where there's like the set list of David Bowie's albums. Like they're like, it's like on the wall, like written the song titles. I was like, this is history. So, and I wanted to make a Bowie record. Like I was like, I want a modern Bowie record, and that's what we set out to do.
It's like a rock and roll. It's way more rock than it is pop, and it's such an anthem song. I know Dan's losing his mind right now. Dan, I'm going to hand the interview over to you for 5 seconds because I'm sure you have a recording question for Frankie about being in the studio. Dan's an amazing recording artist. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I'm very, very jealous that you got to record at Avalon. What was that like?
Well, I mean, it was just history. Like I just, it was so cool to see like how nothing had really changed. Like I literally was walking into a space that looked like it was literally built in the 80s, 70s, frozen in time, and then I got to just go walk right into it. And it was like it smelt of history, not in a bad way, but like, you know, like it's just like, you know, what happened in those rooms. Like, you know, the people that were in there and the shenanigans that were going on and the magic that was made. And you get to be a part of it, even just for like, you know, a couple hours, you know, sitting in that little booth, that sound booth. I was like, this is so cool, you know?
You get to like record in any of the same microphones or anything like that?
I mean, I'm pretty sure the microphones were probably new, but like everything else wasn't, you know, like I think they had an option. There was a couple different mics that were there. So I don't actually know if it was the same tech, but the feel was there, you know, like the men were the same. Their instruments were certainly the same. I don't remember if they had the Shure SM7B or not, but yeah, it was really authentic. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So cool.
Dan got to record an album at Abbey Road, right? Dan went to London to
so
record
cool.
And so he recorded there, and so he like we've talked with him about like what that feels like when you walk into a room and that energy, like everything is so beyond you and so much bigger than you, and it's like instant perspective.
I know, it's insane. I can't imagine, Dan, how that was. That sounds just insanity.
Sounds like you can imagine it pretty closely.
different country, country, same vibe. Different countries.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because like even like getting to go to the studio with my sister. Like I've been to so many amazing studios with her, and it's just like, you know, they're the new ones. Like she records in all the new ones, but it's like you walk in and you see the records on the wall and you see the people that have recorded there. It's like, you're just like, this is just reeking in history and in amazingness. Some of them are like a little pretentious. Some of them look like like she's recording in the Mondrian. I'm like, this is like, where's the fun here, you guys? But now she records in her home, so that's even crazier.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you go to sound stages and stuff like that, like the movies that have been shot there, and they're just empty. You know, they're the things that they're just built. They built.
Yeah.
You know, but every time you go in, it's like, whoa, this is the building that Goodwill Hunting was. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's crazy to look at all of those things. And I also like film production is what I can't wait to get back to.
Yeah.
You know, when, you know, I'm eager, like biting at the whatever, chomping at the bit. There you go.
Yeah.
I was raised by a Greek mother. She doesn't do analogies, but
biting at the
yeah, she's straight like, your chicken is before your egg, and you're like, no,
okay, yeah,
okay.
That works. Yeah, that's fine.
But as I get
backlot studio tour.
Yeah.
By the time I'm like 50, all I'm going to be saying are mismatched metaphors. I swear.
Perfect.
My favorite one is we were doing karaoke with Jenny. So Frankie, you'll love this. Jenny, his mom is 1,000% Greek. And so we were out doing karaoke, and she was like, do that song, Strangers in the Night. And I was like, do you mean the Frank Sinatra song? The
Strangers in the Night. Yeah. And
No,
she's
no,
like,
no, not this, not the, strangers in the night. And I was like, do you mean Don't Stop
"Don't Stop Believing."
And she was like, yeah, that one, do that one. And I was like, perfect.
You're like
That's
"Strangers in the Night." On my way, doing it. Yeah.
Uh,
So
I
that's
don't
the
even
thing.
know the words to that song anymore. What was it? What was it? What is that part of the song?
Just
A
a big
street light, people. There's no night at all, right?
No, it's never, yeah. It's
Street
straight
light,
like
people.
Yeah, the only time we
Oh.
think strangers,
Oh,
wait,
Strangers in the Night?
Right.
strangers waiting up and down the boulevard, shadows lurking in the night.
That's
Yeah.
it. Strangers waiting up and on the boulevard, shadows lurking. Okay. In the night.
She
Okay.
was condensing for us. She was just
Yeah,
condensing.
I
Strangers
was
in
like,
the
is that
Night.
even in the song at
Not a
all?
single part of that was right.
Got it.
That's Dan's favorite song to play, huh, Dan?
you know, I was walking my dog the other day, and with my lovely wife Sarah, and I'm realizing I haven't even thought about "Don't Stop Believin'" in like 3 months. It's amazing.
Oh,
Miracle.
God. We
Frankie
have.
knows. We have. Yeah, Frankie knows that.
Yeah.
Like, we play it at every wedding and
Yeah.
every corporate event we ever do.
It's
And
literally
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, and we do it for the show. And I do, you guys, I do love that song. Like, I love singing it. I love
Me
the message
too.
of it. But I know our friends get tired, our guitarist friends, and they're like, okay, here we go. Let's do it.
I feel like
It's
we're going to do it again, are we?
Let's do it
Yeah.
again. So, speaking of songs and fun things and games, Frankie, did you happen to download Heads Up on your phone?
Yes, of course, Queen.
Okay, my darling love, this is what we do with our favorite guests. We do a heads up competition. The person who
Oh,
holds the
yes.
record of guesses is our dear friend Danny Carey. She's one of my besties as well. That's
Okay.
exactly right. She has 8. I think we
Six.
can. Was it 6 or 8?
I can
think
beat
it's
6.
8.
Well, let's go for 8. Let's go to try and beat 8.
How big?
We're going for 9. We're
Okay,
doing
great.
it.
Let's go for 9. Okay.
What category do you want to do, my darling?
What do you guys want to do? We could do blockbuster movies, or we could do
I never know those.
90s.
Let's do 90s.
Huh.
90s feels fun, right?
I'm down with that.
Okay, you guys know 90s music and people and things.
I feel like we do, right? You do too, right? Or should we do 80s or 90s?
I sure hope so.
80s or 90s? I can do either.
We're
90s.
all there, so
Okay, 90s. All right, we'll try. Let's try 90s. Ready? Here we go.
Between the 4 of us, we'll know these. Okay,
Okay.
ready.
I'm better with audio.
2.
Oh,
Okay.
that African prime minister who.
Apartheid.
Oh, Nelson Mandela.
Yes. Oh,
sugar, spice, and
Bubbles.
everything nice.
Bubbles, Buttercup, and
Spice Girls.
Yeah. No.
the cartoon.
Powderpuff Girls.
Yes.
Write down.
They
Cartman.
killed Kenny.
Kenny.
South Park.
Yeah. Ooh, skip.
Oh, the little mini dolls, the tiny, tiny dolls where you had the locket and her name was not
Polly
Holly,
Pocket.
but
Polly Pocket.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you mentioned this earlier. This is how we got how we
dial-up.
internet.
Oh, AOL chat.
Correct.
Yes.
AIM.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, America's Funniest Home Videos host.
Bob Saget.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. No.
Simba is
The
from.
Lion
Yeah.
King.
Love tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
I got that.
That
You
counts.
totally got
We
that.
got the
How many
last
did we
one. We
get?
got the last one. Okay.
That was
good,
7.
guys.
That is a tie for the all-time record with 7.
6, 7. Oh, yay.
Very
Okay,
good.
cool. All right. That was stressful.
Yeah.
Nailed it. I'm so
Woo!
impressed with us right now. That was hard.
Dude, you pulled out the Polly Pocket.
Yeah,
I can't
I
believe
was
that.
alive back in the 90s, so like I know these things, and
We
also
know
the
these
80s.
things. We
Yeah,
know these things, but we're
okay.
only 27 and holding. It's fine.
Yay! All right, my darlings, I
Yeah.
have to run now. I have to go get prepped for the show. I love you guys so much.
Everybody, please send Frankie a message. Watch his, download his single "I Got Me." It's wonderful.
Yeah,
Love it. Watch his video "Husband Number 2." Frankie, the show you're doing is going to be called, and we can watch you where?
it's on Digital Drag Fest. You can see it at Stage It. But I'll put the link in my Instagram. So at Frankie J Grande. I also tweeted on Twitter at Frankie J Grande. It's going to be a show tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Saturday night 7 p.m. And just go ahead to check it out, Digital Drag Fest, and it'll be me. Yay! I'm like so excited.
Thank you for
Love
coming
you
on.
guys
We
so
love you.
much.
I love you. Frankie. I love
Thank
you.
you
We'll
so
see you
much for having me on your show. You guys are so sweet, and I love you from the bottom of
Thank
my
you,
heart.
Freddie.
It's so good to see you all doing so well. I love you. Keep going. Keep going.
I love
We
you. I'll
got
text
this.
Appreciate it.
We
you.
got
Got
this.
this.
We'll
Take
see you
care.
soon.
Love you,
Love you
honey.
guys. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.